everyone, welcome to another Power Talk with Archanna. This is your platform to reach out to the stars. Plan your success with me, Archanna, as I lead you, inspire you, and support you to unleash your passions and expertise, coach you and mentor you to achieve your success goals, and help you carve your dream life you've always dreamed for. Power Talk with Archana brings to you a world-class virtual and in-person skill development programs specially curated for you and support you all through as you take your first step launching your startup initiative. Welcome to my world as I collaborate with business leaders from across the world. Let's welcome one such business leader today, Vivek Chadha. Vivek is a part of my professional network and based in Bengaluru, India. Vivek is the co-founder of LinkedIn Local. So if you're looking to learn the art of leveraging LinkedIn, this episode is for you. If you want to learn the art of scaling up your startups, this episode is for you. Let's welcome a very dear friend, Vivek. Hello, Vivek. How are you doing?
Hi, Archana. I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me on this show and very excited to be here.
Absolute pleasure. Looking forward to hear your pearls of wisdom. So, Vivek, we have been hearing a lot this every single day, full of sessions on LinkedIn about networking, collaboration. So much is happening. You being heading the local LinkedIn local, please tell us how can people really make LinkedIn their best marketing tool?
Okay, so LinkedIn has been a very important tool, since the launch in the early 2000s. Earlier, it was only used for building up your resume and just applying for jobs. Specifically after the acquisition by Microsoft, LinkedIn has changed a lot. It has become the go-to platform for everybody, on this earth to go and network and create more opportunities for themselves. Virtually every professional in the world is on LinkedIn, and you cannot miss not being on LinkedIn. The best way to network on LinkedIn is to create a progressive profile, contribute as much as you can. The number one rule for networking that I spread and I tell everybody is that you should aim at giving more than you think about taking, because it works in a karmic fashion. The more you give is the more you receive. So if you think from a perspective that I am here to give, to help people, to help the community, to give them the benefit of my experience, the benefit of my knowledge, uh, things will circle back and you will start attracting highly qualified, interesting people into your professional life. And I think that has worked very, very beautifully for me. And I have had the privilege and the honor of interacting with so many interesting and so many qualified and so many, uh, you know, people with diverse backgrounds that otherwise I would not have had the opportunity or the chance to. This is a global platform. People can reach out to you. You can reach out to people irrespective of the demography. So it is mind-boggling of what all you can achieve on LinkedIn. Um, my advice is not to have a narrow mindset in terms of what I can get from this platform in terms of some people come on the platform only to look for jobs. Some people come on the platform only for one specific purpose. Uh, LinkedIn is a multifaceted platform. You can build your profile; it remains there. Whatever gets added to your profile, creates a progressive profile. You can add content, to LinkedIn for sharing to the community, and you should engage with the wonderful content that is being shared by others. And I think by practice over many weeks, months, and years, you can really master the art of networking, reaching out to people, having interesting conversations, and then eventually, the opportunities also start opening up.
Yeah, I think very well said, Vivek. I think it's all about, making sure you're there on the platform to give more than you want to receive from them. And that's where the ball gets rolling. That's when you actually establish connections that develop into very good collaborations. Amazing, great. So, you know what? People have been talking about LinkedIn's algorithms, and there is so much happening. There have been so many views, there have been so many likes. How does this work?
So anybody who is only worried about the likes and the traction that they're getting on their posts or the content, don't go very far, because the basic underlying philosophy of creating content that everybody likes is to write something that you really believe in, something that will help the community, and something that connects with them at a level at which people understand. Other than this, all the vanity metrics at some point of time are going to change. So we should look at the fundamental principles. We should look at the ground basics, and we should not really worried about how many likes we are getting. Again, this works like compounding. I put out my first post today, and there'll be hardly any views or likes. But if I consistently put out good content and keep the community in the mind, over a period of time, people are going to like that content. People are going to follow what you are going to say, and eventually the vanity metrics are going to rise. But if you only look at the numbers and the likes and shares and the comments, then the focus is not really on putting out good content, but on the numbers. Everybody has their own way of looking at things. My way of looking at things is that if you're there sharing something, it should be worthwhile for anybody to read. Uh, Views, shares, and likes will come eventually, but you should focus on the quality of the content, which will break all algorithms. LinkedIn can keep changing its algorithms, but if the content is good, the algorithm will always find the good content.
Absolutely. Now, here, my audience, the bottom line is LinkedIn will keep changing its algorithm. All you need to really, really focus on building the right content, something that is really interesting, something that gets you good audience, gets you good viewership. And that happens when you engage on their posts. That happens when you believe in giving more than you receive. Amazing. All right. So you are quite the startup king. Vivek, we know that. You have had so many businesses which you've scaled up to the heights and you've sold them. You've actually had companies acquire them. So tell my audience, the people who are trying to venture into or have their own enterprise, or are thinking of a startup right now, how shall they actually move their startup to the scales, to the heights where they can actually get the right investors?
Uh, that's a very interesting question, Archana, because I have been in touch with a lot of investors and people from the venture capital fraternity, and there are a lot of myths around, how VCs think, or what can we do to reach out to them, and what are the tricks that we should apply so that they listen to us. VCs are very, very big. But again, I'll come back to the fundamentals. There are five basic things that anybody investing in your company will look at, irrespective of whether you're raising funds or not. These five things provide you very important basic metrics to look at a business, to grow business for the long term, that you would want to make, irrespective of somebody is investing or not. So those five,
Yeah.
six. The first one is founder's background. So the team, the core team, is the most important aspects when somebody is looking at investing. And the reason is that the business models during the journey of the startup can change, but the core team is going to remain. And if the core team is strong, then they can drive the business models in the direction of where the opportunities are coming along. So founder's background is one.
Yeah.
Two is TAM, which is the total addressable market. What is the market after which your business is going after? What is the total market? What are the geographies? Which all countries you're focusing this? Where are your customers? And ideally, who all come under the ambit of your potential customers? So you need to calculate what is your total addressable market, and if it is fairly large, that will certainly bring in the interest of the investors. Number three is business model. Uh, Business model strength is basically how you have designed the business in such a way that amplifies the value to your customers. There are a lot of ways of doing things, creating products, delivering services. How you have designed in a way that is easy for the customers, that is cost effective for the customers, and that is reliable. That will come under the business model. So the strength of the business model is another very important point that the investors are going to look at. The fourth one is the unfair advantage. Now, there is so much competition in the market. Uh, you just do not want to be another Me Too service, because you will be competing with people providing similar looking services at similar costs to similar customers. There has to be an unfair advantage to your business. You may be delivering the same service, but how is that service different from other service providers? What is the difference in speed? What is the difference in trust? What is the difference in cost? There may be some other USP that your business might have. So it is very, very important that while you're creating a business plan, while you're starting a business, while you're thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, you should certainly think about the unfair advantage. Otherwise, the chances of a business getting killed or not scaling up fast enough, will be there. The fifth point that the investors will look at is at a return of minimum 10x. So if somebody is putting in a crore in a business, he wants to see a return of 10 crores over a period of time. What can you do, and how can you do it? What is the scalability of your business model so that the investors can get the return of the money? Even if the investors do not put in the money and you take these points into consideration, you have a very good chance of creating a business model that grows in a way that you could sustain it. And obviously, if investors come in and you can grow together, nothing like it.
Lovely, absolutely amazing. Vivek, I also feel it is very important to be patient. You need to stay patient and keep revisiting your plan to be able to make necessary changes as you move forward, in your launch and how you progress with your business. Tell me one thing, I mean, according to you, I mean, what should be maybe the time, they should really consider maybe for their break even?
Can you come again on that question, Archana?
Sure. So tell me, Vivek, I mean, according to you, what are those points one need to keep in mind, maybe pay time being one? What is the kind of lead time they can expect to hit the break even?
So break even of a business will depend on the kind of business, the kind of growth you are going after, the kind of innovation and the research you are putting into your business. So there is no one answer to this. Ideally, you should hit break even as soon as possible because you need to not continue on the losses. However, nowadays, where the companies and startups are focusing more on the growth. So the cost of growth is more than the revenue that comes in. And hence, a lot of companies stay in losses for a lot longer than they would have. Traditional businesses or businesses run that are bootstrapped, that do not have external funding do not have a choice. They need to get profitable sooner. So that is a choice that you need to make when you're starting a business. What is the market you are going after? How much are you willing to persist in the long run? Because if you're going after growth, you will certainly need investors. You are there in the long haul. It may take up to 10 years. Even some companies, even after 15 years of launching, are still in losses, and they're hoping to become profitable. But then only time will tell. My take is that
Yeah.
what choice you take, it should be a conscious choice. It should not happen that you want to be profitable, but you're running after something that you did not aim for in the first place.
True, very right. All right, Vivek, lovely speaking to you, Vivek. As we wind up this lovely interview, any powerful words from your side? Anything you would like to tell your audience, your power words as we bring this interview to a close?
The only thing that I would want to tell is that experience is a big teacher. Uh, when I was fresh out of college, I thought that I had conquered this world and I knew everything, and there was nothing more to learn, and I can just go and capture everything and do everything that I wanted. However, over a period of time, after my failures, my successes, and my experiences, I realized that there is so little that I know in the universe, and I'm probably just a dot in the whole universe. So the more you know, the more you experience, the more you find out is that the less you know. So my advice is to be open. There are a lot of interesting people in this world, a lot of people with a lot of ideas and brilliance, and I think you should allow that to enter your mind. You should be very open to ideas and help people as much as possible. Karma definitely works if you keep doing good to people, if you keep helping people with your experience of and have the gratitude that you have received that experience, and give out to people, and it'll come back to you in some form.
True. Lovely, lovely, Vivek. So, my audience, the bottom line here is keep learning. Everyone has a story. I have a story. I have had failures many times, not one, so many of them. But that spirit to keep learning, shake off the dust, and just go ahead. Pursue your dreams, your passions. You will definitely make it. It's all about staying humble, staying full of gratitude, and you will make it. Lovely speaking to you, Vivek. Have a wonderful life. Stay in touch and keep doing well. Thanks a lot for having me here. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much, Archanna. It was a pleasure talking to you, and all the best to you. I'm sure the Power Talk will really scale up and we'll go places.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Means a lot. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful life ahead.
Right. Thank you,
Bye
Archanna.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
That was Vivek Chadha for you. I hope you really enjoyed the conversation as much as I did. The idea of using LinkedIn as a marketing tool to create a brand for yourself, I think this is something really intelligent and a wonderful idea. It's all about the content you create and the consistency with which you create and serve to your audience so that they remain engaged with your content. I hope this interview gives you not one but many ideas to leverage LinkedIn and create a wonderful profile for yourself. I wish all of you the very best. Until then, stay tuned for more.